Billy, obviously a disappointing result here today, stating the obvious, but how did you see today's game from the Alton perspective?
First 10 minutes we looked very, very lively. Should have scored after.
Yeah. Within the first minute, I think.
Within the first minute, we've got to score. After the 10-minute mark, we were second best. Simple as that. We were second best. It went. We didn't look like ourselves. We had lots of difficulties in the game because we just weren't dropping on seconds like we usually do. We didn't look, a lot of players today didn't look like themselves.
No.
We're disappointed from a lot of performances today. There's only one or two
Yeah.
players that can actually take credit out of the game, which is, I've not said that very often.
No.
But like I say, yeah, we're disappointed. You know, just the, like I say, what we're about. We were missing that. We were missing our endeavour today.
Yes, and obviously, particularly two very wide players from Boston caused us a lot of trouble with pace. But do you think we could have dealt with that better than we did? That could have been something that could have been dealt with. Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's not just, like you say, it's not just looking at Clackey and Nathan Newell. As a group, it should have been dealt with better.
Yeah.
You've picked out two of their players. You could pick out another 5 or 6 of their players.
Yeah.
And say they had very good games because we didn't ask enough questions.
No, sure.
We didn't ask enough questions all the game. We were too passive. We were, like I say, we weren't like ourselves at all. That's the biggest disappointment.
And of course, I was just going to ask about the second goal. Many of our supporters before they went were puzzled, and that the ref seemed to have, they thought, blew for a penalty, and then seemed to let play go on. How did you see that, the Boston second goal there?
It's irrelevant. It's a goal.
Yeah,
it's a goal. She did blow for a penalty, and then, like I said, the boys put in there. Referee was good today.
Yeah,
she was very. I thought she had a good game.
Yeah.
She didn't put up with any of the nonsense. People throwing themselves on the floor. We had it all first half. Players throwing themselves on the floor. Big home crowd, but you know, here, and she didn't buy into it. She didn't buy into it. She did very well. She had a good game. That's irrelevant. That doesn't change anything of the picture of the game. We started the second half really, really poor. We spoke about in the change room about starting the half well, being methodical, being difficult to play against, and we didn't do any of it.
Yeah.
It was too easy. We were too easy to play against. Simple as that today.
Yeah.
We were too easy to play against. Yeah. And we're not usually easy to play against.
No, not
I've said
at all,
that before.
No.
We're difficult to play
and
against.
Indeed,
and that's
Walsall, the Football League side, found in 2 games that we were not easy to play against, didn't they?
We just said, you know, we have to move on quickly.
Yeah.
We've had our day in the sun.
Yeah.
It was nice while it lasted, but it was always going to be a day. So we have to get back on, and we have to make sure that we turn up for Buxton at home.
And those 2 games against Buxton, of course, nothing's easy in this league. Buxton present their own problems, not particularly the away match being on an artificial surface as well. It could be easier over Christmas for us.
I've said to you before, any team you put there, if you're not 100% and you're not prepared to go through certain difficulties, and you're not prepared to push yourselves to the limit and probably go beyond that point at times, because that's what teams do when they want to be in the right side of the table.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, you push yourself to a point, and then you need to go past that point. It doesn't matter who you're playing, you won't get anything out of the game. And today we didn't get anything out of the game because we didn't deserve to at all.
And you must be looking for that effort, that pushing beyond that point against Buxton. There's a start to them.
Massively. It's not like us. It's a bit of a strange. But like I say, it's a strange performance. It was too passive.
Yeah.
It's too passive today. It was a strange performance from us today. Hopefully, we can get back to ourselves again.
We've got a quick chance anyway to show that on Boxing Day.
Absolutely.
So we'll look forward to seeing it then,
100%
and hopefully for a happier conversation at the end of it then, Billy.
So.
And
Have a good Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas anyway to you.
Everybody.